All right, well, I'm going to get out of the way, but ladies, do the survey that I asked you about, okay?
Where is it?
I'll find it and I'll put it in the chat for you.
Okay.
All right, should we get started? Who's your team? Who's kind of your team lead? No one.
Ozzy.
Okay. So good job on your video presentation. Watched it a little bit ago. Really good energy. We just have a couple questions for you. My background is in project management, as you know. I presented to the class a couple months ago. So I just wanted to ask some questions around the way that you got the work done. Now, the first question for me is around your process. I'm interested to know who led project planning, and maybe that person could jump in to answer first. Who led your project planning process, and how did that all come together? How did you finally all agree on a process for how the project was going to work?
Hi, my name is Auntie. I was the project manager. And for the project plan, we used Team Gantt, where I inputted everything we had to do, like all our tasks, and assigned them. And we used a group chat to keep in communication about what was done and what needed to be done.
Okay. So how did you figure out kind of what was going to be done when and by whom?
So if it was like a big task, then I would give it more time, say like 2 weeks. If it was like to build a certain part that was bigger than another one. And for the assigned part, I assigned it to whoever's role was it. Like, say if it was the construction, then David would do it if it was his turn. And if it was like something to do with research, then it would be Armani.
Got it. Okay. Looks like David's not here. I was going to ask a question about construction, but let's talk about challenges. Maybe Amia or Armani could jump on and just tell me. I'm curious to know, you pulled together a plan in Team Gantt. I'm wondering if there were any points where that plan changed because of a challenge or an issue that popped up, and I'm curious if you could kind of just tell me what they were and how you handled them.
Can you repeat your question again?
Yeah, were there any challenges on your project? If there were, how did you kind of address them and move on from them?
There weren't really any major projects, but if there was major problems, but if it was a problem, I would address it with my group and we would just work it out from there.
Okay. Amia, how did you all handle communications on the project?
It's Amaya.
Amaya, I'm sorry.
We use Team Get, like we would have tasks in there and it would tell us, it would get emails and stuff about what to complete for that week or what we had to do.
Okay, great. So you use Team Gantt, the discussion feature, so you communicated all through the tool.
Yes.
Okay.
We also had a group chat as well.
Okay, great. I'm curious, between the three of you that are here, can you tell me a little bit about your role on the project and what things about those roles did you like or dislike? Like, I'm interested to know where you might be looking at kind of specializing within team roles moving forward. So of the roles that you took on, what was the role that you felt like you did the best job at, and why? Maybe start with Armani.
I think I did the best at researching the sensors
Okay.
and like finding out the prices for it and stuff. I think I did the best at that because I'm not sure. I just like that part the best.
Okay. How about Maya?
My favorite role was documentation because it was really easy to just put what we were doing in OneNote and keep everything on track.
Okay. Auntie?
And I would choose project manager because I was able to keep everything in order using Team Gantt, like I said before. But also, I use the group chat to text everybody when to be in class or what they had to do, like any assignments that were um, set in live class. And yeah.
Okay. So one more question. What did doing this project teach you about how you'll kind of work on projects like this with other people moving forward? You know, whether that be in college or in your career. Was there anything that you learned on this project? Let's start with Armani again.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my little brother. Can you say
Oh,
that
okay.
again?
Yeah, no problem. I'm just curious. You know, you're gonna end up doing projects like this in your career and in college. You know, no matter what you end up doing, group projects are a thing, right? And I'm curious, what did you learn from this project that will help you in the future? Whether that's about project management, your roles, anything. Like, what is a lesson that you learned from this project?
I learned that communication is key and deadlines are important.
Good one. Amaya, you want to go next?
I learned more about teamwork and the importance of participating.
Okay. Ansi?
I learned that there can be some pushbacks, like in our project, such as maybe a construction took too long, so then I'd have to add some days to it, and then our deadline would be like pushed further, or and then I had to change another one so it can be shorter and keep our our end date on time.
Yeah, so you were managing all of the changes within the project and maybe stressing out a little bit about whether or not you'd be able to get it done in time.
Yeah.
Completely normal. Okay, well, I think those are all the questions I have. Unless you have any questions for me, again, good job on your video. Congratulations on wrapping up. You should be proud of the work that you did.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.
Hello, Triple A Sea Glider.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Trin Doan, and I'm one of the judges on your project. I was wondering if you are able to answer a couple of my questions. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. First of all, it was a very cool project, and I absolutely enjoy your videos on the process of you doing the sea gliding. And who came up with the name Triple A Glider? I love it.
I did.
Oh, Ansi, is that you? Okay. Yeah. What does the Triple A really stand for? Is it more like awesomeness, the Triple A battery that you used, or why that name?
It's for all the girls, Triple A, Armani, Amaya, and Auntie, and the
I
D is for He's also our group member, but he's not here.
I see. Okay, cool. Very meaningful. So the video looks really great, you guys, and it looks like Ansi, you're like a natural YouTuber. You're very confident in front of a camera. A lot of the videos I've seen, folks are very nervous about it. So, and you exuberate that personality that is very radiant in terms of explaining your project. So thank you for that. The other team members, I know that you guys put a lot of work into this too, especially in the construction, in the documentation and things like that. One of the things that you've said on the video was using environmentally friendly materials. And that material you said is bamboo. My question is, do you know if salt water will corrode bamboo, or whether these material you find that is, you know, more beneficial for the environment, whether I guess what I'm saying is that did you test your prototype in water, and whether that water was fresh water or you added salt into your water?
I don't think we had the chance to,
Okay.
because our construction manager, David, has a glider, and it's fresh water, I think. Yeah, no salt water.
Okay. Yeah. The sea glider to me tends to say it's an ocean robot, you know, whether it will go in the ocean. So if David has the prototype, I'm wondering if you guys, when you get a chance and more time, to test it in a tank of water and then add salt to it, and then add a bamboo material to the robot, and then to see whether any corrosion would affect because of salt water to it. And I think it's really great to have that understanding if you were to market your AAA glider, to tell the folks who will be buying your prototype to know that you've tested in different variety of environment, whether to see it has worked. My other question is, how much did the sea glider cost? I know it came with a kit, right? Did the school buy that kit for you, or did you guys have to buy more material, or did you use 3D printers for any other materials?
The school provided us with everything, including the kit, and they do have a 3D printer machine at school, I think so. So
Okay.
they provided us with everything.
Ah, did you have to use a 3D printer?
Maya, did you?
No, we didn't have to use a 3D printer.
You didn't have to? Okay, so it seems like you've got all the parts for it. Amani, I wanted to hear, how did you feel working remotely? Because usually on a typical school day, you would have to meet with your team face to face, but now that you have to do remotely, did you feel, you know, kind of left out? Did you feel that technology is not working on your hand, or was communication harder when school is closed and you have to do things remotely?
Communication was harder because you had to wait for people to respond to text messages. But if it was in person, you would just get the answer directly. So that was hard, but everything else was fine.
Okay. Which platform did you find most useful? Was it FaceTiming your project manager, or was it, I don't know, using OneNote or Team Gantt? Which platform did you find useful?
Text message through a
Text
group chat.
messaging? Okay. I just need to learn what you teenagers are doing these days that gets your attention. And a lot of the other folks have said, you know, they tag them on FaceTime, or, you know, things like that that get the answers right away. I just want to introduce myself really quickly. So I'm Trin, and I work at the DC government, the Department of Energy and Environment. And I'm not an electrical engineer like you all, the four of you are, but I'm more of a civil engineer. And what we do is we do design and build on conservation landscaping. And so we mitigate issues in the environment that has to do with flooding and erosion. And one of the things I liked about your project is how you guys work as a team in terms of communications, more so than whether your sea glider or whether David, took all the prototype and didn't share with you. More so that how you guys communicate than whether your sea glider was able to do the buoyancy of going up and down. And one of the things that I would advise if you are, in your college years, go into engineering. One of the major things is communications with your project teams. And I think that's very important. One of the things I want to say is that if you need more experience on this kind of, real-time work environment, is to seek internships. If you're pursuing sea gliding to go into like the major fields of the Navy to see how they are improving their prototype. And one day I hope you guys see David again, and then to hold that sea glider, the AAA glider again, and then see how you guys can improve on it. I'm really proud of you all. Are you all seniors in this team?
Yes.
Yes.
You're okay.
Yes.
With a sound or a raised hand, how many of you guys are going into engineering in your college? Interested in engineering? It's okay.
I am.
You are? Okay, great, Amani. I really value your thinking of going to engineering, because it does take a mindset of mathematical and creativity going to engineering, and especially electrical engineering, because a lot of things now has to do with how wire things are going into our homes, especially when we come out of the pandemic. But the main thing that I want you guys to take away is team unity, and in terms of how you guys work together synchronously, using FaceTime, text messages, and asynchronous teamwork, using OneNote. Was that a good one, or finding a platform that seems to work? And the main thing is like consistent updates from your teammates. One of the hardest jobs I have to do is project manager, because every team members has a strong personality. So finding their niche and finding their strength would be a major thing in working as a team. Yeah, those are my comments. And when David does release that prototype, the AAA Sea Glider, I want you guys to test it in fresh water and salt water, and then add in your sustainable material in bamboo, and then ask the question, does salt water corrode sustainable materials? And why does seaglider.org provide you a kit that is not, wooded or things like that? Those are the questions that may be of interest to folks who are interested in buying your prototype. Are there any questions you guys have for me in terms of job market, or in terms of internships, or which college to choose from? Any questions for me?
No question.
No? All right, you guys are ready to graduate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you know if your prototype will be in the hands of David, or will it be in a cabinet at McKinley Tech? Because I would love to visit the school one day and then, see your project. Do you know?
I know that David has it right now. I
Okay.
think when he's done, he's gonna give it to the school.
Ah, to the school. Okay. And I'll contact Mr. Stemple to see if how you all are holding on to the project. And then whether you guys will come back and visit McKinley Tech, and then see how you guys will test it again. So this has been a really good project. Thank you guys for sharing your project and being very, out there and sharing how you guys work as a team. I'm going to hop on to another team to do. You're welcome. And I'm going to hop on to another team to do their interviews. Do you guys have any final questions for me before I hop off?
No.
No? Okay. Well, good luck on the few days left of school, and keep in touch with McKinley Tech, and a happy journey in your college experience, okay?
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, AAA. Thank you so much. Bye.